Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Putting the tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds a man right side. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third and long for him here. This finds Mitchell complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Now, their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down throw for Jackson. Brought in close to the 8. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
He gets another shot here. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively. Situations, we know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. That is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Ready up.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Phil.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Hey, Lion.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Roll. Shot.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Escapes the pocket. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lawrence now off the play action. Got him in, it's Thomas. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he sent a man in motion.
Here we go.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Hey, run.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Okay, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One quarter down in this all AFC South contest. It's a 3-3 game. Back to... Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Jackson's going to throw again. That's low and bounces short of his man. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long. And again, it's Jackson. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we do not get a 3rd field goal of the game as we stay tied at 3-3.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect.
23.
It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Here we go, sir.
Here's Williams to start the drive. Down the sideline inside the 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Going to the ground again on first. This is ahead for about 5. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
Sending a receiver left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Hey, I'm gun.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's Reed on a slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
11.
Lawrence working from the gun. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch made by Mitchell. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by Deion Henley. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled for a short gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 3rd and 4 coming up now. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. He's got the first down grab and still going. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
On first down, Jackson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
He's keeping it, and he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Check, check. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down.
Route. Here we go, sir.
They'll run here following the penalty. He heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here we go, sir.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finds a man right side. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Hey, run!
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion. First and 10. Here's Jackson. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Colts are on the move here. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Here's 2nd and 14. Launches one deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Hey, go.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Open.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
All right, let's go.
He'll throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, Lion.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
24.
Here's 2nd and 7. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Colts will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 39. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He finds Mitchell, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts tie things 10-10. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey. All right, here we go. Done. Still.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's out in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
on red.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Red.
That's Thomas. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10.
Silver.
A handoff to Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, I'm gun.
Here's second and 11. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It's about 43 yards for him. The kick by Shudak is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. It is caught left side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's cut beyond the marker. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throw left side, complete. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Now Jackson off the play action. Connects on the crosser. It's a gain of 22. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
3 quarters in the... They're now set for 1st and 10. And again, it's Jackson. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Red on red. Here we go.
A run with Williams. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 4th quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Jackson to throw it. Called in left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To the outside, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Great job.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Hey, easy. Route,
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 28. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This a 39-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Here's the handoff. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Mitchell now in motion left. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That finds Gibson, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in the secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Mitchell will go in motion right. A give on 3rd to Gibson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, Ron. Sink right.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Rip, 23. Here we go, sir.
Back to throw it. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Duke's out of one stop. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll look to throw it. Cut by Gibson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So now it's going to be third and long. Running back sent in motion. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Fourth down. Drive on the line with this snap. Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.